Okay, I'm back. I thought we'd enjoy this. I've just watched this. It is so funny. I've got to join in. You know what I'm like. Callous and cunning. A cunning woman. Who'd have thought? Can't possibly be Meghan Markle slammed for selling... No. Is that a thing? Did she do that? I'm not on Instagram, I don't know. Anyway, should we jump in? Because this is hilarious. Babs, can you stop, please? Right, hang on.
Wait for it.
Here we go.
Prince William and Catherine's children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, in a shocking new escalation of her feud with the British royal family.
Is that a thing?
Trust me, the Wales are going to be absolutely...
What's going on?
Disgusted about this latest stunt on Meghan's Shop My Easter edit, where she has decided to make cash off iconic outfits worn by the two young royals in the past, including that one. We'll get analysis from our royal mastermind, Angela Levenmo.
Why is this doing this? Come on, do that.
Interfere.
That's better.
With
and we have life,
Catherine and William's life, and that's what they're doing. That's what she's doing in the most cunning and
she's a cunning woman,
disgusting way.
She's a woman.
Unforgivable,
she's cunning.
I think.
It's completely unforgivable.
I won't say
and
cunning.
The point is, Angela, that William and Catherine are so careful
Very rude.
not to commercialise the royal brand.
No.
Yeah, but then you see, there's the press. Everyone goes, my goodness, that's little Charlotte's. And my goodness, that's Prince George's pyjamas. And so they show it. But you can't expect anything else. There it is.
This is weird. Am I allowed to say it? It's weird. Even if you've got a random sister-in-law and you're just an average Joe Bloggs family. That's weird. Anyway, moving on.
So they're getting the publicity that their parents don't want, haven't asked for, and kept them away from.
Yes, totally, because to clarify, Angela, that is true, absolutely, but
they don't see them.
Catherine and William don't make any money from that. They're not partnering with Kensington Palace or anything like that.
Of course they don't. They're the royal bleeding Prince and Princess of Wales and not thinking about anything like that. Their kids there seeing Barry Sorato, whatever his name was, that bloke, president. Yeah? Got their little kid in. How was he there? About 3? With his jib jabs? And now it's a thing. It's a thing, you know. It's a thing. The market is going to cash in on it, you know. It's a thing.
Alert people to which brands
she's Her Royal Highness
their children are wearing.
No, and I think some of that sort of rubs off them, you know. People think, oh, look, you know, perhaps they're selling it. Perhaps they're selling it with Meghan. You know, there's so many options there, and they're all awful. And when I talk about the press, and I'm not saying they're doing it badly, it's obvious that that's what you would do. If you saw it, you would want to put it in the papers.
Right.
And that's how it goes. And it's callous. You see her cunningness and her callousness, and it's just shocking.
She's a cunning woman, you know, Ange. She's a very cunning woman. I don't know what more I can say and get away with on VooTube without being probably terminated. There you go.
I totally agree.
Copyright strike.
It is shocking, and I think those two words, those two C words, callous and cunning, are good. Some other people, Angela, might use a different C word to describe it, but obviously we would not do that. Now, there is also more breaking news, Angela, today, with the release of the second episode of Confessions of a Female Founder. This is with Reshma Saujani, a woke businesswoman, friends with Hillary Clinton, very much one of Meghan.
I've only just got over Wolfie Pack woman. Is this a thing? Has this happened? God, this woman, she's unrelenting, you know. She simply will not leave me alone.
Types. She runs some type of organisation to get
she looks nice. I like you.
Coding for the internet, and she had a meeting with Meghan Markle back at Kensington Palace in 2018.
She looks like George Clooney's missus, doesn't she?
Angela, Meghan doesn't really give a damn about Reshma. It's all about me, Meghan. As ever, what we've done, by the way, I need to stop saying as ever. How terrible that phrase is now associated with dastardly, fake Duchess. But as ever, what we've done, Angela, is listen so that you don't have to give her the clicks. The podcast is flopping.
Don't give her a click.
But we've listened and we will bring you the lowlights. So this is how Meghan cringe-worthily introduces her second guest.
Right, who is this bird?
behind the scenes, there are so many struggles that female founders don't post about. They don't even talk about.
Right.
The moments when you feel broken,
yes.
when things don't go as planned, when simply showing up feels like a huge feat. And yet we do it. We push through. We keep smiling. We keep going out there. You get on the panel. You do the thing. And at a certain point, though, it does raise the question, how do we redefine what it means to be a female founder without just running ourselves into the ground?
Oh, poor Meghan. Poor Meghan's been run into the ground with all of her staff and her 16 bathrooms, Angela. What a poor woman. I mean, who gives a damn about the person who has to go and stock shelves at Tesco or Walmart for 16 hours a day in order to make ends meet? Stop trying to make us feel sorry for your very privileged life.
But also, I mean, so many women actually manage to work and deal with their children. It's obviously okay that they get help, and it's obvious that they sometimes are stretched. But that way they have two very nice lives, and it's not something to grumble about and say, how hard is this? You feel so sorry for me because...
The average British mother of the last sort of 80 years... goes through menopause and then ends up completely mental through doing all that, which I'm not going to itemise, but I'm sure we could do, ladies, couldn't we? We could. Should we do a live and go through it? Anyway, the Hartlets had to show up, do something or other with the 60s bathrooms, Columbia and no knickers in Archewell and in Grifters.
I work so hard because she's got nannies, she's got staff,
she's got a nanny
there, she's got everything that she could want, but she likes to be you know, there is sort of pity for her. You know, poor Meghan, she's got so much. She can not do anything she doesn't want to.
I've lit candles for her, Angela. How dare you? I have walked through broken glass, I have you know, with my plantar fascia feet and my bad hip and me out of control in steps. And I made it. And do you know what I did? I spent 55p and I lit candles for Mark Clip to stop. It's Easter. We need to have rejuvenation of the resurrection of something or other. And the Mark Clip is the one. She's there. I don't even know. Apparently. Knack something. Whatever. Anyway, if you're at boarding school in the 60s or 70s, you had knits. It's the Mark Clip. It's that one.
Doesn't have to go out.
Right, what's going on?
Most of us have to go out because to keep the home going, but actually she's got millions.
Yes.
And she doesn't have to do any of that. So as she does do that, she should shut up about it. It's not, it's not a crime to work and have children, but it is a crime to moan about it. It's just
especially
awful.
when you have the sort of assistants that most ordinary folk, Angela,
don't have,
only ever dream of. Yes. Now the issue is this Reshma Sojani, and she may have done good work, right? I mean, she may have done good work.
Happening?
She's clearly a feminist advocate, and I don't know much about her, to be honest. But what I do know, Angela, is that she is a big-time Meghan Markle fan. Listen.
Oh, I get you. She's
a different circumstances, long time.
Yes, life was different. Well, I mean, we had met 2018, I guess.
You were very pregnant.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it would have been 2018, pregnant with Archie at Kensington Palace.
Yes.
Amazing.
How did you end up at that meeting with me?
Because you're an amazing human. And it's true. And
So, Angela, this now seems to be a prerequisite for being a guest on Confessions of a Female Founder. You have to think, Meghan.
Please, somebody, I don't know who, but somebody in the world, tell me there's an asteroid, and could you put it on the direct trajectory to put me out of my bloody misery? What a load of hooey. Anyway, the Marklet's marvellous highness, highest kind.
Markle is the best woman in the world. I find it really interesting. Do none of these very highly professional, successful guests have any concerns about all of the bullying allegations?
You know those highly professional, successful guests, like Wolfhound Herd, whatever her name was, and this spin that looks like George Clooney's sort of like slightly younger, playing a sister. Wife. you know, that one, whatever her name is, yeah? Why are we being treated to this? Because we literally don't care.
Meghan Markle by multiple staff on both sides of the Atlantic, for example.
Yes.
Instead, they just seem to want to talk about how absolutely amazing she is.
Because she's amazing balls.
Yes, they do. It's just sort of...
It's amazing.
It leaves a nasty taste in your mouth, because also, they don't even talk...
Angie, don't talk about having a nasty taste in your mouth, because it takes me to all sorts of dark crevices. And none of us want to go there, do we, darling? No, we don't, because obviously you're a lady, and I'm not.
About what this series is supposed to be about, which is working woman. You don't have to tell each other that they're wonderful. You're there to listen, to see if you can take advantage of somebody who's doing very well, and it'll be very interesting. You're not interested that they're worrying about looking after children.
Look, there's Narinda. Narinda loves her. We all love Narinda. I love Narinda. The old stale Mel Gammons don't like Mirinda because she's a little bit mental. She's a little bit mental. Let's have it right. She's a little bit mental, girlfriend. She is. But we love her because, I don't know why, really. Do you know why I like her? Because she annoys them. And I won't tell you how. Because I would get myself block-a-rooned. We don't want that to happen. So, anyway, Meghan, so grateful for the love and support. Keep listening to Confessions of a Female Flounder anywhere you get your cookies. Podcasts. I haven't got my glasses on. Yeah, it's podcast. Flounder. Oh, I love a flounder. Do you know what? A bit of Dover sole any day of the week. Give me a bit of Dover. A place. Nice bit of place. Oh, yes. I'm yours forever. What the hell's going on? Anyway, the Meghan, listen. She's doing it for us women's. She's out there doing it for the girls. She can't stop doing it for us women's.
And going out to work and, dear, remember the one that last week that Meghan said that she had a terribly difficult day.
She's like Indira Gandhi.
She's literally like Indira Gandhi. And that paper outside and how she's tied up what side it should be. On and on and on. Who cares about the box? For goodness sake, make yourself a bit more interesting. Well, don't talk about yourself. Talk about someone else who is more interesting. But she just wants to present herself very highly. And she doesn't deserve it.
No, true.
Well, she's going to be high. She's as high as a bloody kite. We've already covered this, Ange. Come on, keep up, girlfriend. She wants everybody to call her Highness. And I'm here for it. I'll do it. I don't care.
A whole load of this podcast is to try and convince us that she is a dedicated mother. At the same time, though, Angela, she admits, I think, the truth of the situation, which is that she finds parenting overwhelming. Listen. But first, you know I never recommend anything on Outspoken.
I can't. Do a dear, a female dear, Ray, a job of golden sun. Stop. Oh, tragic. Right, here we go. Come on.
Okay, at a certain point to let something go. Yes. Something go that you plan to love for a long time.
Right.
That's really insightful. Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like you're like reading my diaries. Like that's really It's really insightful because I don't think anyone's seen it that way. Like,
so Angela, that was actually the moment where she opened up about her own miscarriage. The mainstream media are saying this is alleged miscarriage indeed, and the main indeed.
Listen, not being funny. If that had happened, we'd have had X amount of bleeding real-time documentaries with the drama and books and God knows what, biographies about this, that and the other. She'd be an expert on it by now. She'd be qualified. She'd be a professor of gynecology or obstetrics or something by now. She would be. Let's have it right, she would. Anyway, so we're going to press on. We're going to push forward.
You're obviously all saying,
he was
so
alive.
Brave. She's so brave. How do you feel about it?
So full of shit.
I can't bear any of it, actually. It's so phony. And
go on, Ad,
she
girl.
wants everyone to know what her troubles are.
Nobody cares.
It's very difficult to hear from other people. You know, it's me.
Can we just steal this frame and just let me just peruse the couture? Let me have a look. Red, loving it. Tried to copy me, obviously, but we'll let that go. And yeah, I'm feeling it, Ad. I'm feeling it. You're good.
Me, isn't
let
it?
Go.
As you see,
Happy Easter
how
to
she
you.
behaves to her in-laws and to her father.
She's copying my lipstick, isn't she? To be fair, she is.
She's by no means pleasant at all.
So Angela, now let's listen to the moment where she talks about parenting being overwhelming.
Don't stop.
Title of mom. Just like me. Favorite title. Love it. I love being a mom. Oh my gosh, I love being a mom so much. It's my favorite thing.
I love you being a mom.
It is the thing where you're like, oh my gosh, I just need a break. I just need a minute. And the second that you step in the other room, you go, oh, but where are they? let me scroll through pictures of them endlessly on my phone. And then my husband's like, my love, can you just give yourself a minute? Why don't you go work out? Why don't you go take a bath? I'm like, I know, but I just want to cuddle for. It's the parenting paradigm where it is so full on, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. But I think what's really key about what you said, and the pandemic may have been the thing that shifted this, when working from home and parenting from home.
Do you remember the pandemic? When Archie was like a baby, and Lilibet wasn't even like staying on. Well, probably was actually. I was gonna say in her daddy's ball bag, but I don't want to be rude, so obviously because it's YouTube I'm not going to say that, because it's rude.
Where they are completely converged, can feel
right, I'm not having converging, no, listen, I've put up with a lot from you, Megan. Honestly, I have. I've been here day and night for you over the years, and I've defended you, girlfriend. I've been there for you. Yes, I have sometimes sort of pointed out your foibles, but I point out everybody's foibles, and at the end of the day, not once have you ever mentioned the word converging, and I'm not putting up with it. That is a bridge too far. It's like the cyber bridge over the River Kwai, and I will not be drawn. No! How dare you say you're converging? How very crude, vulgar.
Now, Angela, I think
converging
what
in
she
public.
said at the start of that particular moment was what she feels she has to say.
Yep.
What she actually feels is what she said at the end, that she finds parenting overwhelming. Certainly, in my reporting...
Right, I'm not going to say anything. Just like everybody out there, she finds parenting overwhelming. We see it every day of the week, don't we? We see it every time she steps outside. Every time she steps outside, she's literally like that. What's it called? I can't think of her name. That one, Angelina Jolie. She's got all these kids hanging off her bleeding. Well, I was going to say her nips, but let's say her skirts.
That's very much been
my
impression.
Stop.
She likes the children to be looked after as much as possible.
I love you.
Again, you know, I that's her choice. Absolutely fine. But it's just a very interesting dichotomy, isn't it? The first part of that answer doesn't really link up with the second part of that answer, where she's saying actually it's incredibly overwhelming, which is quite odd given the amazing setup.
It's really overwhelming when you have to keep blowing up inflatable balls and balloons and things, and you ain't got one of them bumpers. It's not Harry's boil.
That she has in her mansion and all the support that she has. There's no reason for it to be overwhelming. She's not living in a one-bedroom apartment and
she's
as a
suffering.
Solo mother trying to balance an 8-hour...
She's suffering. You snobby, you're just being really nasty. She's having to get by, just scrape by. With one swimming pool and 16 bathrooms, and that is tiny. It's like a bleeding bedsit. Stop.
Shift at the supermarket.
She leaves them an awful lot, actually.
She could say
that if you're a really loving, devoted mother, you would barely go away. You would try not to, or you would take the children with you with a nanny so that you could see them on and off during the day. Diana did that. She refused to leave her little boy behind.
Right.
And Catherine and William take their children. There's no reason.
Well, I think all the ladies world around that's like probably... I don't know, but I'm thankful that if you're listening to this, but you're probably like me a little bit, lost it. And I'm sure we've all got stories, which we're not going to illuminate or hallucinate on, far worse than the megalite that leaves her supposed de facto children that nobody's ever seen, to strut around over in, was it Dusseldorf, in her bleeding drawers in front of a load of veterans at the Archewell. And that wasn't once, that was a few times. Oh my God, this woman literally saved me. I don't want to hear this anymore.
why you can't do that.
But we're going to. They're going to force feed it.
So she can concentrate on the job.
The outrage daily, you know.
Don't pretend that you couldn't actually work it out. If you've got money, it's very easy. And if you're working at home and you've got children, you just need a little friend round, or you put them in the garden, you keep an eye on them. You know, there's all sorts of things. It's not. It's busy. But it's not hard. I mean,
to be honest, you could put them in boarding school if you got their money, couldn't you? Come on, let's have it right. Anyway, I'm bored, you're bored, we're all bored, nobody cares, the market's high-ness. Harry's just a drag as usual. Angela looks lovely, Dan I love, and I think I've lost my mind. I think I'm actually having a mental breakdown. I can't help myself. Or humour bypass, either one or the other. Right, should we do this? Wherever you are in the world, hopefully tomorrow I will have regained my equilibrium to some extent for you, darlings. Love you.